Hi, I'm Mrs. Brixey and I teach the BTEC Applied Law course in sixth form. So why do I think law is such a great course to follow? Firstly, I think it's really important that we know about the justice system, and there's lots of things we study in this course, like how a law is made through the courts and through Parliament. We also look at police powers, so we look at how should the police, what procedures should they follow when arresting somebody, or what rights do you have as a suspect in a police station. We also look at how cases are taken through the court, so if you were involved in an accident, how might you bring that case to court through the law of negligence. I also think it's really important to know about the justice system because it's an area of law that isn't covered very well in the media. We often hear quite a lot about education and we hear quite a lot about the NHS as well, but actually we hear very little about the impact of the world around us on the justice system. So for example, with coronavirus, we know now that over 10,000 cases were delayed because of that. And actually that's going to take years to catch up, with many suspects having a guilty verdict hanging over them for that whole time. Even now, it's impossible to run a jury trial at the moment without lots of different changes to that, and that's a real challenge to our court system. But for me, why do I love teaching law and studying law? It's the same reason that I love studying history, and that's because it's all about the people. I really enjoy looking at how laws impact on people in the world. So we study lots of different offences, from murder to robbery, manslaughter, theft, fraud, all the way through to civil cases like occupiers' liability, negligence and psychiatric harm. I really enjoy looking at cases and finding out about how laws affect individuals. So for example, we look at cases where a man took someone to court trying to claim inheritance from his mother, even because he was next of kin, even though he was actually the one who murdered his mother in the first place. We look at cases where a man came to court claiming that he couldn't be charged with bigamy because it was legally impossible to be married to two people at the same time. So he challenged the law, saying that law was incorrect in the first place. We also look at criminal cases, so we look at cases where somebody was charged with murder, even though they made quite a minor assault on somebody, but the victim refused to go and get a blood transfusion and therefore died, and he was charged with murder. So I find law really fascinating because of the impact that it has on everyday people. Please do take the time to have a look at our virtual lessons. There's lots of opportunities to look at some of the areas of law and how the current situation is affecting that as well. Thank you.